Hello, I'm Cindy Putman, Ready to Learn Project Manager for WCT in the Putnam County School System, and I'm here with one of my favorite CCELM partners on the Ready to Learn grant, Chelsea Gifford. Hey, Chelsea.
Hi, how are you, Miss Cindy?
I'm good, Miss Chelsea. Thank you for joining me. I'm so excited that we're going to get to share with our families across the Upper Cumberland some really interesting PBS Kids resources.
I'm so excited too. I'm here at the library and I am the children's librarian at the Putnam County Library, and we've got some really special bags that me and Miss Cindy have put together for you to come pick up and explore at home with your family. So we're really excited to share those resources with you today, and they're really easy to pick up.
Well, Chelsea, how does someone pick up one of our Play and Learn Science bags at the library?
It's easy. Once you come to the library, if you feel comfortable coming inside, we can bring it to you and you can grab it. It's free. There's nothing that you have to do. Just ask for one of the science bags to take home. If you don't feel comfortable yet coming into the library, all you have to do is give us a call when you're in the parking lot and we will walk it out to your car.
Well, that's so exciting. And as you said, it's completely free. No one has to pay anything. Do you want people to sign up ahead of time?
No, we don't have to, no sign up ahead of time. It's first come, first serve. We have quite a few bags, but we'll give them out until they're gone.
Oh, you've made this really super easy for parents. So what Miss Chelsea and I are going to be talking about today is a great PBS Kids app. It's the Play and Learn Science app, and that app is really geared for little learners ages 3 to 5. You can download it on any of your mobile devices. It has all kinds of fun science inquiry games. And Chelsea, I want to share with you where the best place to find the information about the PBS Play and Learn Science app is on PBS Learning Media, and you can see that. So when you go to PBS Learning Media and the Play and Learn Science, and Chelsea and I put all of this information in the bag for you so parents or caregivers don't feel overwhelmed. It's going to be super simple and fun to do with your kids at home. But as you can see, we have the Facilitator's Guide, and the Facilitator's Guide really walks you through it so you can find this on PBS Learning Media, and you can absolutely do this on your own if you want a little bit more information. It starts out telling you a little overview about it, and there you can see the Play and Learn Science app. You can download it on your mobile device, Android or iPhone. And you can see the things that Miss Chelsea and I are going to be talking about today is ramp and roll, shadow play, weather and gear, and water play. So I know you're thinking, well, what are you putting in the bags for us? I can assure you, we have put a little bit of everything. We've put books that go along with these science topics. We've put hands-on activities. And I do want to tell you that we put a real thermometer because you really want your child to see that. So please don't take the bag home and just give it to your little learner and let them just jump in. What we want you to do is do these activities with them. So this is a really great family activity. And as Chelsea and I will tell you, the first one that we're going to talk about is ramp and roll. Ramp and roll. And in your kit, you're going to get these really great placemats, and all of these introduce the concept. So it starts out by saying, have you ever been on a slide before? What did you do on the slide? Did you ever slide or roll something else down the slide? Talk about it. So all of these activities are geared for you to really talk to your child about the activities that you are going to be doing. So here, if you want to go farther and look, there's your workshop goals. There's the concepts, and we've got these great vocabulary words: ramp, roll, slide, notice, predict, investigate. And then it goes on and shows you the materials that you're going to need, and it gives you a rundown. Now, remember when you came to the library before for the Play and Learn Science programs that we've done, our family community learning workshops, you all were here with us, but because of the guidelines now from the CDC, we're not meeting in groups. So Miss Chelsea, I know that you and I did one of these here, and would you say that the ramps were the most fun things that the kids got to do?
Oh yes, they had so much fun because it's so hands-on. A lot of the activities, they're in charge of building what they think will make the balls roll, and we provided in the bags different size balls and different materials so that you can construct your own ramps, make them different textures, different heights, sizes, whatever they want to explore to really figure out what makes the balls roll down the ramps.
And the other fun thing, parents, we included this great book about a young man named Oscar. And Oscar is going to be figuring out and making predictions about how things roll. And another fun thing to do, if the weather's good, you can go outside and find things in nature that will roll. Will a pine cone roll? Will an acorn roll? Will a rock roll? Will a small brick roll? All of those kinds of things. And there are also guided questions for the parents or the caregivers. So ramp and roll is one of the activities. And I'm just going through this, but I want you to know that these resources are all available on PBS Learning Media. And so the kids get to investigate, and it gives you a list of things. And we tried to put as many of the products that we had in the bag. So there are some toilet paper rolls, there are some pencils, markers, crayons, there's some small pieces of Legos, there's some plastic balls, all kinds of things. And also, there's the book I was talking about, Oscar and the Cricket, a book about rolling and moving. So that's one of the things that you're going to be doing with your children. And then always remember to let them share. Miss Chelsea, I can't wait for you to talk about shadow play, because I think shadow play was one of your favorites. That's what you were actually teaching that day. And we were a little worried that it would be hard for kids. But was
It
it hard
is.
at all?
It actually wasn't. They were so excited about the shadow play. I think the number one thing is flashlights are really fun to play with. And they were so excited to learn about how the light and things that you hold up against the light made different types of shadows. And we really got on the floor and did some fun things with the tent. So we're giving you some of these materials, but feel free to get creative with things that you have around your home, because you never know what might work and spark ideas for that learning experience. So use what you have. I know Miss Cindy has some of the cool things that we did. If you want to look at her screen right there, there's some material suggestions that you could use to shine the flashlight, make yourself a little shadow box so that you can see what shapes and things that the shadows make.
And when you're doing shadow play, there's also a really interesting book about shadows. And there may be a variation of different books in different bags, but all about shadows and understanding. And kids love the concept of a shadow. And on a sunny day, it's easy to create a shadow. Just go outside. And even on a cloudy, overcast day, it's fun to see if you can see a shadow when the sun is not directly overhead. Miss Chelsea, you said the kids love the shadow play. There are also some little shadow play puppets that are in the kit that the kids can cut out, and you can work with your child on that. But sometimes helping your child understand about different science concepts, and these are for our little learners, our 3 to 5 year olds. But if you have older siblings at home, trust me, they are going to love these activities just as much as the little learners. It gives you family coaching ideas. It gives you a story idea of ways that you can spark that conversation. In this particular lesson, they're going to talk about shadow, the vocabulary words grow, shrink, observe, and of course, always predict and investigate. So you can see our friend on the screen doing a shadow here. You can draw the outline of their shadow. And as Chelsea said, if you're at home, using a lamp is a great thing, or taking the bulb, not the bulb, but the shade off of a big lamp and setting it there. That really helps create shadows also. So shadow play. And then there are the corresponding games for shadows on the Play and Learn Science app. So that's one of the favorite things that we do is shadow play. And Chelsea, there are also some books that families could check out from the library that are on our screen. Do the librarians here have resources available if someone calls in and says they want books about shadows, or they want books about weather, or about ramps and rolls?
Yes, of course. So as you're doing this, you might think of things that you want to explore further. And like she said, if you're not comfortable coming in, you can always give us a call or spend some time on the library website and explore the catalog. You can look up keywords like shadow or science learning or ramps, however, whatever is your you're most excited about with the activities, look it up and see what other books and materials we have on that. You'll find that there's a lot of online resources, there's a lot of ebooks and videos and things that you can find through the website. Also, if you're not ready to venture inside the library, but a librarian is always happy to help you find some books and things to expand on your learning.
And Miss Chelsea, our next topic that we're excited about is weather and gear. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the resources that kids are going to be working with when they're working with this topic?
Yeah, so as Cindy mentioned, they're going to find in your bag a thermometer and a chart that you can do your own tracking of what the weather's like. You can talk about what you're seeing outside. Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Are we having a rainy day? Is there some snow possibly? I hope so for this season. So this is something that you can track for a 4-day period and sort of talk about what the weather's doing and explore it naturally. You'll also find a really cool Gear Up game just to talk about what's happening just looking outside your window. And there's some prompts inside the bag that you'll find, and I don't know if you can see this well on the screen, but inside of your bags that you get, it'll give you some questions to sort of get that topic started. Is it hot outside? How do you feel? What clothing would you wear when it's hot? Or what clothing would you wear when it's cold? So they can think about how they adjust their life to the weather. So there's a lot of good starters in there to get you talking about that with your family. There's weather playing cards, so you can make it a game where you're talking about solids and liquids and all of those things that you may not have connected before with the weather, but there's so much science that goes inside of what's happening outside. So it gives you more to explore, and you'll be so surprised what the kids already know without even having those conversations beforehand. They pick up on that stuff really easily. So a lot of good tips and things for you to do. And some more exploring with thermometers. You can do some more conversation with your family about what the temperature is and how the thermometer picks up on that. So much to do in there.
And so much to do with weather and gear because we have weather changing outside every day. So as Miss Chelsea said, there's all kinds of resources in the bag. There is a real thermometer, so make sure you're supervising your child, but you're going to be talking about temperature, thermometers, a meteorologist. You're going to notice all our senses that we use to observe the world around us. We're going to always predict and investigate. And one of the things I think that's so fun about this is that the kids get to make their own thermometer, and all of that is included, and it's made with a pipe cleaner. And the kids absolutely love doing that, but they absolutely love having the real thermometer and putting it in different, like a cup of cold water with ice cubes, a cup of warm water. So make sure that when you are working with your child that you are supervising this. That's what these workshops are really for, to engage you in learning with your child. And you don't have to do them all at once. You can pick out one, and you might want to work on weather and gear for a couple of weeks. It doesn't have to be done, because remember, if your child is 3 to 5 years old, take their age and add a minute on either side of their age, and that's really what their attention span is. So for a 3-year-old, it's about 5 minutes. For a 4-year-old, it's about 6 minutes. And for a 5-year-old, it's about 7 minutes. So don't expect them to be engaged and sit there for 30 to 40 minutes. Introduce the concept, let them play the game on the mobile device, and then do a follow-up activity. But Chelsea and I in no way are saying do all of this at once. You would not be happy with us if we were saying those kinds of things. But really letting children predict. You guys got this great book called Weather, and it's super fun, and it has different 2 characters, a little boy and a little girl, and it takes them through all the seasons, and they're wearing different clothes for different seasons. And you also have some punch-out paper dolls that the kids can dress with different backgrounds for the different seasons. So the next one that we love is water play. And kids absolutely love playing in water. So it's very simple. The whole objective of this is items that sink and items that float. They can make a little aluminum foil boat and put it in a bowl of water and see if it will float, and then they can add different items to it. I bought some really inexpensive sponges at the Dollar Tree and I cut them up, so you guys are getting some of those things in your bag. But if you did not get the supplies that you wanted to do to expand this, the Dollar Tree is a great resource. Look around the house at things that you have at home before you ever purchase anything, because I think there are going to be things that you can find. Your vocabulary is float, sink, different materials. What is something made of? Does it repel or does it absorb the water? So we know a wash rag or a washcloth or a bath towel absorbs, but what does a shower curtain liner do? It repels. So do a little investigation around your house to figure out the different things that you have in the home that you could use. You can see that the kids are going to be exploring, and there is a really cool book called Water Everywhere that the kids are going to read. That's what the Play and Learn Science app looks like. That's what a screenshot of what that app looks like. And so then we're always letting the kids make things. So the games on the water on the app are sink or float. So it's different objects that sink or float. Thirsty Doggy, which I think is one of the kids' favorite, because if they get the water to the dog's bowl, the dog thanks them. And I think they're always amazed when the dog thanks them for doing that. And then Water Wall. And it's really an engineering concept of putting things together to figure out how we can move water in a path to get it from the starting point to our desired end location. Miss Chelsea, they love the water.
Oh yes, I think anytime that you can play in some water, it's going to be fun. And that's the number one important thing about these. Yes, they're learning, but spend some time having some fun. Get down and do the things with them and make sure they're enjoying themselves, because that's where the real learning is happening, when they're having a good time with it.
Right. And here are some great ideas from transitions. If you want to do a transition with your child, because we know sometimes little learners, when they get really engaged in something, they don't want to go away and do something else. So you can say something like, we're glad you came today. We're glad you came today. Hello, hello to everyone. We're glad you came today. And then the kids can say, we'll work and play together. We'll work and play together. Hello to everyone. We'll work and play together. So those are just things that kind of give you a transition into another activity with your child. And then I wanted to show you all, there is the Facilitator's Guide that Chelsea and I just very rapidly went through. There are 63 pages in that guide, but we've put some one-sheeters in your bags that walk you through the different activities and things. But all of this is found on PBS Learning Media. So you can go to that, you can sign in with your own free account, and you can find all of these great resources there. So Chelsea, is there anything else that we want to talk about other than we want everybody to come by and pick up these really wonderful bags that we created for them?
Yes. Other than that, we just really miss you. We want you to still enjoy all these fun things that we used to do inside the library, and we hope to do again in the future. But right now, we hope that you'll take advantage of coming and picking up a bag and doing this stuff at home, and trying to just enjoy that family time and learn while you're at it.
And if you have any pictures of your kids doing those at home and you want to send those to WCT's Facebook page or share those, we would love that, or the library's Facebook page, because we want to extend the learning outside of the walls of the library and outside of the walls of WCTE, and really support families and educators that are working with little learners. So if you are a child care facilitator and you want to come by and get one bag and work with all the kids in your child care facility, that would be great. If you're a Head Start teacher, if you are a preschool teacher, a Mother's Day out teacher, or you're just a parent or a grandparent or an aunt and uncle that has a little learner in their life, these are great things for them to use.
Yes, and we're providing materials, but those are just ideas. If you think of other really cool things, share those also. If you've got a really smart plan to do with Lego and you want to grab some stuff around the home, don't feel like you're limited to just what's in the bag. feel free to explore as much as you want to. Those are just the starting points.
And just think of all the places in our community that you can explore, because at the library, you're right beside Dogwood Park and the wonderful fountain there. So you could take a lot of outside adventures and talk to your kids about weather, what we're going to wear today based on how the weather looks. Do things roll and do things, slide, and then also about water. So Miss Chelsea, thank you so much. Thank you so much for learning and loving all of our little learners with me. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to share all these awesome PBS Kids materials.
All right. See you guys next time. I'm Miss Cindy.
And I'm Miss Chelsea. Bye.
Bye.